Hello, everybody. This is Merle M. Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker, with episode 8 of Merle's Pearls. I've been married over 50 years. I must know something about relationships. Oh, to the same person. Oh, happily. By the way, my topic tonight is the pure magic. And this is pure magic. If you go according to this, if you avoid gossip, if you avoid complaining and group griping, you know how you get around the water cooler and gripe at work? If you can avoid that, because this is really, it's not about being nice, it's about creating pure magic at work. I discuss it in my book, Cracking the Relationship Code. Can you see it in the back there? Cracking the Relationship on page 69. So, and if you want to download my free copy of 52 Secrets of Highly Successful Relationships, go to relationshipmiracleworker.com. So now, okay, so I want to talk to you about magic. I have a lot of friends that believe in a certain amount of magic. I'm really the miracle person. I leave it to my friend Patty Negri to do magic. I do miracles. And it is clearly a miracle if you can manage to not complain and not gossip at work. And I want to tell you, it sounds like, oh yes, well that's easy. I never do anyway. The truth of the matter is, if you start to pay attention to yourself, what you're saying at work, it's so easy when somebody says to you, oh yeah, the boss is, oh, he's such a pain in the neck about it. It's so easy for you to say, yeah, it's the truth. He drives me crazy too. And it doesn't seem like a big thing. You didn't start it. It's not your gripe. You just added to it. However, I want to encourage you to not be a part of that. You don't have to say, oh, don't complain, don't go. You don't have to correct. Don't correct anybody else. If they want to complain, that's their business. You simply don't have to be a part of the complaining, okay? It's really very important for you to not complain. And not complain about the complainer. That's the trick. That's really the trick. And you know, when you're at lunch and everybody's blah, 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 this one and that one, it could be about a fellow person or, an employee, or it could be about a boss. Don't be a part. You don't have to tell them they're wrong. You just have to be quiet. Just don't. And really, if you can manage, sometimes maybe, okay, so have lunch at your desk, or instead of having lunch, go out for a walk and just not be a part of the group that complains. I want to tell you, there is magic in not complaining. There is magic in not being part of an environment that's negative. So, I can give you instances of instances. I had to go to the nurse. So the nurse was telling me about another nurse and how she always complained, and everybody always complained about her, and it really, the whole energy in the office was brought down by this one person. And I said, well, first of all, you can't be a part of all the other nurses that are complaining about this one nurse, because that's part of that just adds to the negative energy. And what you can realize is, if somebody's complaining, it's not because they feel strong and fabulous, but maybe they're not sure themselves. Maybe they need some reassurance. Just like you're a child a lot of times. Teenager, little kids, little toddlers, if they're complaining and you just say, oh, well, honey, you know, you're so fabulous, and you give them a big hug. And the kids love that. That's all they needed was a little reassurance. Well, when we're adults, we can use some reassurance too. You don't have to give her a big hug, but you can say, you know, I like those are new shoes, aren't they? They look terrific. Or where did you get that bag? Or oh, that patient was hard to deal with. You did a great job. What you're doing is replacing their complaining with reassurances in the same that way that you would for your spouse. By the way, you should for your spouse and for your children and for your mother and mother-in-law, anybody that you care enough about to understand that when they're in a complaining mood, that what they need is some reassurance. And instead of getting in there with the complaining, start a new paragraph, so to speak, a new paragraph of, you know, I'll tell you what's good about this. You're good about this because I love how you handle that situation, and I love, you know, what you're doing here. And I have to tell you, try it out, and please then write me a little note, put a note on Facebook, something, because I think you're going to be surprised that you can make a change from a negative environment to a positive environment, and nobody knows you're doing it because you're not telling anybody, oh, well, I'm giving her comment. You don't say anything to anybody. You just pay attention to what people need and you give it to them. When they're complaining, what they need is some kind of a hug. You don't have to do a physical hug, but you can give a nice compliment or something, say something nice. And change, it's your environment that you're changing. So where you work and where you are will be more pleasant. Why? Because you were aware and alert and you took action all by yourself, not saying it to anybody, not asking any. You don't have to ask permission to be nice. And please, absolutely, let me know how it goes. Okay? That's my Merle's Pearls for tonight. Notice? Merle's Pearls. Have a great evening. Happy Labor Day. And I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everybody.